Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, baby. So today I'd just like to give you some quick updates, some quick news. This is not going to be a long video at all, but we're going to be talking about bionano genomics. We will be talking about their price predictions and analysts slightly shifting now. A potential acquisition on the cards. Maybe someone wants to come in and swoopity swoop like a bald eagle. Ooh. We also had a bit of a juicy run up today before having a rundown. So can you imagine, from the baseline today, $5.18. According to Google, we were up 15% at one point, and right now we are up still 2%. If you're new around here, my name is Miguel. We look for big juicy growth stocks, baby. Always remember, none of this is financial advice, it's for entertainment only, and we've been covering bionano genomics for a while now. If you're able to support the channel, it's only 99 cents. Please click the join button, or you can join the Patreon. But if you're unable to join, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe on this video means the world to me. We're nearly at 9,000 subscribers now, which is crazy. Love to all of you. Okay, so before we get into the acquisition, I released this video today. It was about a licensing agreement between PacBio and bionano genomics, and it was done in February 2nd, 2016. You can watch the video above my head here if you want to see it, but it's basically a licensing agreement between the two companies. And PacBio hereby grants bionano a non-exclusive option, the sequencing field option. So basically, PacBio granted bionano genomics access to import, make, made use, offer for sale and sell products and services solely in the sequencing fields. It granted them the ability to use and utilize a patent. Now, when I made this video, Joe Butler followed me back. I've been making videos for months about bionano genomics, but today he followed me back. Some people may say it's magic, other people may say it is a nano nozzle. So maybe he knows that we are onto something. Next thing, Ark Invest is actually hiring for a genomics associate. So it's showing the genomics region is growing rapidly and they can't keep up with so much research. They need to onboard some more people to make sure their research is up to scratch, their analysis. And you can see here some of the associate responsibilities will be to work closely with Ark's genomics analysts to identify innovative technologies, as well as model the growth rates and sizes of the new markets, estimate unit economics, and assess the competitive landscape. So Simon's looking for a little apprentice. Simon is stoked. So if you guys want to apply, you know where to go. So the next thing this article came out is Fulgent Genetics CEO, and he was basically saying, according to the Motley Fool, that investors should look out for an acquisition. And then this guy Jason Hawthorne, aka TMF J-Bone Fish, within the article he wanted to say who could it be now, and he is speculating and saying, you know what, there's only a few companies that are small enough to be potential targets, and he said bionano genomics is a leader in optical genome mapping, and it's synergistic with these guys because apparently Fulgent Genetics is known for its lab capabilities, access to samples for processing and next generation sequencing, as well as the ability to manage significant amounts of data. So if you can see, these are recent articles from March 16, 2021. Fulgent won another contract alongside Aegis Sciences, and with Biden stating he wants to give the economy a $1.7 billion boost for genomic sequencing, and with Joe Biden planning to spend $1.7 billion for genomic sequencing of C19 variants, and bionano genomics used to support the largest study on C19 disease susceptibility, an acquisition of bionano genomics could actually be beneficial for Fulgent Genetics. If you look into last year and this year, Fulgent Genetics is currently getting loads of contracts for C19 testing, including here you can see lots of New York schools. They got a contract for that, landed a big juicy one, and according to the New York Times, this contract alone could be worth as much as $10 million per month. And this one from March 19, 2021, this year, the CDC contract has an initial term worth approximately $24 million with the opportunity to increase to $47 million. And just to show you guys here, I wanted to show you for full year 2020, Fulgent Genetics reported $421.7 million in revenue. This is up 13-fold from $32.5 million in 2019. So if they did want to use bionano genomics to help them support their studies, they could acquire them themselves. As you can see back here in 2020, when they were looking at C19 patients, the participants will have their genomes analyzed using next generation sequencing and bionano imaging. So this article is actually quite interesting to read, and I recommend that you take a look at Fulgent Genetics just to see, is an acquisition on the cards, and see your own opinion and do your own DD. For me, I think it is a possibility, but I think it's better not to be acquired right now. I think it's better to get the partnerships with either Illumina, Fulgent Genetics, and allow ourselves to grow naturally, especially when we have the chance to completely disrupt the cytogenetic market. This Cytopia is no joke, and we actually received a tweet today showing that somebody has actually received the sapphire, another sapphire. So it's actually on Twitter now, and let's take a look at it. We can see here this tweet was actually shared by Shane McKee. And who is Shane McKee? He is a genetics genomics doc, chief clinical information officer, a digital cowboy. Oh my god, he's one of the cowboys. Yeehaw! And inside that box, it looks like a giant sapphire ready to rumble. It's not a very nice nanobucks. Joe Butler says, shh. Shut your pie hole. And then Shane McKee was comparing it to cornflakes, sold by functionality, not volume. Products may be subject to some settling in transit. And Joey said, when was the last time you spent that much on cornflakes? They must be golden cornflakes. There's probably a lot of companies that are buying machines, buying sapphires, but we won't know until that Q1 result and Q2 result. And when we see those earnings reports, are we going to see some facts and figures that are juicy? One thing is, I want to know who this guy's working for. I can see he's from Belfast, Northern Ireland. If that's where he's located right now, who is he working for? It may very well be a mystery, but we can see he is retweeting vacancies at the Max Planck Institute, but that is in Berlin. A quick Google will give us all the information. We found him on LinkedIn. He's a consultant in genetic medicine at Belfast HSC Trust. Juicy. The Belfast Trust employs 22,000 staff. They also run a regional genetics service. And now, Joe Butler was actually saying, can't wait to see what you do with it, Joe Butler. So these guys actually offer clinical diagnostic expertise, genetic counseling, hey Linogen, patient support, advice and management. Genetic tests are applied to a wide range of patient referral groups, including those with family and acquired cancers, inherited cardiac conditions, infertility, developmental delay conditions. Sounding very familiar to cancer and rare disease. 65 staff, a team of more than 65 staff, including clinical consultant geneticists, genetic counselors, clinical scientists, and scientific, technical, and support staff. But I wonder if these guys are hiring for optical genome mapping, somebody who specializes in it, or bioinformaticians. Another quick Google, let's take a little looky. Looks like there's a couple jobs with trainee genetic counselor, band 6, and also a consultant in clinical genetics role. And guys, I just wanted to show you something very interesting here. Obviously this newspaper has cut my face off. The UK is world leading in its genomic sequencing and surveillance. When the C19 virus first hit the UK, genomic scientists began a major collaborative effort to sequence samples from people who had fallen ill. The C19 Genomics UK COG UK consortium included the 4 public health agencies, listen to this, the Wellcome Sanger Institute, and more than a dozen universities. So as you know, we already sold to Russell Group universities, including Earlham, including Nottingham. The Wellcome Sanger Institute also uses bionano genomics, and now that they're using it for a massive study to actually sequence and track changes in the mutations of the virus, I also wonder if the Wellcome Sanger Institute is going to be using optical genome mapping from bionano genomics to actually map out the C19 virus. Alongside more than a dozen Russell Group universities, I don't know which ones are currently working, which have the contract as well, but that newspaper, The Guardian, was stating there's over a dozen universities in the UK, and usually it's the Russell Group ones because they're great at research. Lastly, I want to say thank you very much for always supporting the channel. Thank you very much for watching. We've got some more great videos coming up in which I deep dive into the research for bionano genomics. So please, if you're able to support me, please click join above my head. It's only 99 cents a month, or you can join the Patreon in my description box below. Well, thank you so much for your love and support. If you're unable to join channel memberships, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe on this video means the world to me. Drop me some comments and tell me your thoughts on bionano genomics and where we're going as a company. Also, if you find any juicy research, hit me up on Twitter. Much love, Mr. Invest a Lot, over and out, baby.